Hey guys, Mel the Trade Tutor here again with sort of a quick tip on adding things to polystyrene builds. Now I've been working on this hill, I've been working along, and on one side of it I've got these spurs, yeah, but on the other side it's rather flat, so I want to add a spur onto there. So we often talk about chipping away and how to take bits away from polystyrene, but how do you add them back on? Well, dead simple, really, and it's very much a case of, you've got to, it's sort of rough and ready, if you know. What I'm going to do is, let me turn it around there, found a bit of an upcut that looks not bad. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is quickly cut it out and shape it. Now, I'm not trying to get it perfect, I'm just trying to get it roughly right. So let's go for something like that. Yeah. So I'm going to quickly crack on and shape it. I'll speed things up so you can see what I'm doing, and then we'll start talking normally when once I've got this cut, eh? So there you go, guys. That's the basic shaping of the spur. And as you can see, there's a few gaps. Yeah, I haven't quite sort of finished it off down here. I'm going to need to tailor it out a bit. Yeah, but you can see the basic method I went through. You'll notice that I got my thumbs in there, and when there was a little bit here that I needed to sort of work round, all I did was just use my thumbs to sort of make an impression, and we're good. Okay, now it comes time to stick these things together. Now we've got two options here. I'll quickly just swap that over while I talk about the first one option now you see me faffing about is hot glue gun, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the first is going to be our simple PVA. Okay, now if you're going to PVA it, a couple of very simple quick tips. Yeah, slap your PVA on. Okay, and when you come to put it on, give it a good wiggle, move it around, spread that PVA. Don't be scared. Don't go lightly with PVA because you'll be able to smear it off with your fingers. And, at this stage, any blobs and that sort of stuff is not going to affect it in the slightest. Yeah, the other thing is, because it's an irregular surface, yeah, you really need to hold these in place. So, cocktail sticks, yeah, put them in at 45-degree angles. Okay, well actually it'd be a 90-degree angle, but 45 degrees to the piece. And what that does is it essentially locks it from coming away. Okay, because they're crossing over like that, and so it can't be pulled. Right, let's see that. They're going in like that, and so it can't be pulled like that. Do you get what I mean, guys? Good. Right, the other way, and the way I'm generally using, is a hot glue gun. Okay, now I'm going to hope that this is warmed up enough so it'll actually work. Yeah, if not, yeah, you'll see a quick phase out and then I'll come back in like, a minute. Okay, guys, now it's warmed up, and by warmed up I mean it's barely working. Okay, so the reason why I want it while it's barely working is it hasn't completely, the glue's not hot enough to melt the polystyrene yet. Come on, it's not hot enough to melt the glue either. That's it, pump it, pump it. Obviously, as it gets hotter, it will start to melt the polystyrene. So pump it out while it's cool, before it runs out. Yeah, if it gets too hot, which I'll show you in a second, yeah, you'll have problems. But we get a piece. Yeah, we put it on much the same with PVA. Wiggle it around a bit, get that glue to spread, push it on. Okay. Now you can see there's a few gaps there. Well, that sets, and that'll only take about a minute to set. There's quite a large gap there. Now I'm debating, should I fill it? You're probably looking at me going, but dude, that's like really rough. Yeah, it is. That's not bad. Well, this is a bit hot, so this is probably going to melt the polystyrene. So let's just whack it on. We'll see how we go. Remember, at this stage, don't worry about making messes and all that sort of stuff. This is purely about getting the shape down. Ow! That's hot. That's why it's called hot glue, you know. And there you are. That's one of the gaps filled. Now, I'm not going to worry about filling the tiny gaps with little bits of polystyrene. The reason being is because afterwards we go to our trusty B&Q ready-to-use filler. I think it costs about £1. Straight out the tub. Oh, right. I hope I haven't left this open last night while I was doing my Mantic stuff. It's nice to do a bit of carving, isn't it? I do like the Mantic stuff, but I'm seeing a lot of it lately, guys. You know what I mean? Right. Next stage. Okay. Get a blob of filler and fill it. Yeah. And this is arts and crafty. You know what I mean? This is where we get messy. Now I've just realised I've started adding filler to this one piece before I sanded it, which was a Muppet move. So you can see roughly what I'm doing there, but I need to keep that profile low actually. So let's spin around to one of the others that I know is definitely fine. So here we go. Right, we've got this one here. Yeah, so let's push that in there, push that in there. Yeah, a bit of water on our fingers. Yeah, and we could just smooth it all out. Remember, you don't have to be completely smooth. This is about just getting it fixed. So I'll skip ahead very quickly now. We'll go on fast forward. Okay guys, and as you can see, it's starting to come together now, very much like when you use filler for DIY projects. If it's a deep crack, yeah, you're gonna have to build it up in layers. Okay, but the one good thing about the filler is as long as you get it over it, when that first one sets, it'll be hard as nails, completely fixed too, and then you can just build up on top of that. Okay, so there you have it guys. There's how basically 2 quick ways of adding stuff back onto your builds. Okay, hope you found it useful. Remember, always keep your spare bits guys, and I'll catch you soon. All the best guys. Ta-da.